Okay, let's talk about this number, 9.8. On a scale of 1 to 10 for how bad a cybersecurity threat is, well, a 9.8 is pretty much as bad as it gets. A number this high, yeah, it means we really, really need to pay close attention. And, this isn't just some abstract number. It comes with a label, critical severity. So we're not talking about a minor bug here or some annoying little glitch. No. Think of this as the digital equivalent of a 5-alarm fire. This is a flaw that demands immediate, urgent action from absolutely everyone involved. So what's all the fuss about? Well, just yesterday, NVIDIA dropped a really critical security update for its Isaac Launchable platform. Now, if you're not familiar, this is the software that major companies use to build the brains for all sorts of cutting-edge AI and robotics. And it turns out, it's got some pretty massive security holes. And get this, we're not just talking about one problem. Nope, there are 3 separate vulnerabilities, and every single one of them scores that terrifying 9.8. So let's get into it. We're going to break down what these techie-sounding terms, hard-coded credentials and unnecessary privileges, actually mean in plain English. All right, so that first one is called hard-coded credentials. What does that mean? Well, just picture this. A developer basically programmed a secret password right into the software code itself. It's like leaving the master key to your entire office building right under the doormat. An attacker doesn't have to be a genius locksmith. They just have to know to look under the mat for the key you left them. Okay, now for the other 2. They both fall under this umbrella of execution with unnecessary privileges. The best analogy I can think of is this. Imagine you hire a temp intern just to make coffee, but you accidentally give them the security clearance and system access of the CEO, right? A tiny, simple command from that intern could now cause catastrophic damage, all because the system gave them way, way too much power. And that's exactly what's happening here. The software is just running with way more authority than it should ever need. So you might be thinking, okay, what makes this so much scarier than, say, a regular virus or a phishing email? Well, here's the thing. Most hacks, they need you to mess up. You have to click a bad link or open a strange attachment. This one, it doesn't need you to do a thing. An attacker can pull this off from literally anywhere in the world without tricking anyone, and the attack itself is super simple. It's just a wide-open, completely unguarded door. Right, so the big question is, just how easy is it to pull this off? The answer? Frighteningly easy. All an attacker has to do is scan the internet for a system that hasn't been patched. The moment they find one, they use that key under the doormat to waltz right in. Then they use that CEO-level intern privilege to run whatever nasty code they want. And boom, just like that, in 4 simple steps, they own the entire system.
And when I say own the system, the real-world consequences are huge. We're talking about someone stealing the digital blueprints for next-gen robots. Or maybe even worse, they could subtly corrupt the data being used in AI simulations, basically poisoning an entire research project from the inside out. They could just shut the whole platform down or use it to attack other people. This is so much more than just a data breach. This threatens the very integrity of how we're developing AI and robotics.
Just look at how these attack factors stack up. Does the attacker need an employee to click something? Nope, 0 interaction needed. Do they need any special access beforehand? Again, 0. Can they launch this attack from the other side of the planet? 100% yes. You couldn't design a more perfect set of conditions for the bad guys if you tried. Okay, I know that's all pretty bleak, but here's the good news. There is a solution. NVIDIA was on top of this, and they've already released an urgent patch to fix these problems. So the fire alarm went off, and the fire department is on the scene. And their call to action couldn't be more direct. This is from NVIDIA's official security bulletin. They're telling literally everyone who uses the Isaac platform to download and install the new version, 1.1, and to do it without delay. So let me be super clear. If you or your company uses the software, the message is simple. Go update right now. And, this whole thing brings us to a bigger, really crucial question. Yeah, this one incident has a fix, which is great, but as we're all racing to build our future on these incredibly complex AI and robotic systems, it really makes you wonder, right? Are we paying enough attention to securing the foundations, or are we just building these magnificent skyscrapers on what amounts to digital sand? It's definitely something for all of us to think about.